The world loves being on the water for sports, for leisure, and for supporting the world's economy. Critical for protecting our nation's ports and for fueling our passions. Let's see how one company is meeting the demands of the boating industry. Let's go with Intrepid Powerboats on the water. This show is being brought to you by Ashland, proud manufacturer of AME premium resins and MaxGuard premium gel coats for the world's best boat builders. Vetus Maxwell, creator of boat systems. 7 Marine, the most powerful outboards on the planet. Lumatech, the world's leader for innovation, quality, and value in marine LED lighting. Bennett Marine, the world leader in trim tab innovation, quality, and service. 50 years ago, Bennett Marine changed boating forever, inventing the trim tab, getting you on plane faster, improving fuel efficiency and performance, balancing loads. Today, more than 1 million systems later worldwide, boats all sizes. Bennett Innovation, durable and dependable trim tabs and hatch lifters. Your only source for both hydraulic and electric systems. Bennett Trim Tabs, superior by design, legendary service. Enjoy the ride. Making your dreams a reality is more than a commitment. It's a promise that 7 Marine makes to our customers. Working with you personally throughout every step of the ownership experience, design, rigging, maintaining, service, and everything that follows. 7 Marine's 5-star customer service with no limitations. For our customers, whether the goal is new build or repos or our single focus is what's important to you, expectation is met, every aspect of your dream is achieved. 7 Marine, the power to move those who move the world. Intrepid Powerboats has been delivering on its promises of leadership and innovation in performance, comfort, and safety since launching our first boat in 1983. No 2 Intrepid boats are alike. Each is ordered, built, and customized, one precisely satisfied customer at a time. Then, backed by the finest owner program in the industry. When we say one of a kind, one at a time, it's more than a slogan. It's what we do. Performance, reliability, quality, proudly designed, tested, and manufactured in the USA. Lumatech, the world's leader in marine LED lighting. We've been on the water with Intrepid Powerboats, protecting the port of Tampa Bay with the Hillsborough Sheriff's Department, plus archaeological dives with the Florida Aquarium, and we've been to professional fishing tournaments. Well, I guess we've seen how Intrepids have performed under all kinds of situations. But other Intrepid owners just use theirs for very safe pleasure boats. Today, we're joining Lumatech's founder and president, John Kiauer, and his family aboard the Progression for a day of quality family time and fishing in the inlet at Boca Raton.
The Intrepid that we built, the name is Progression. And I have to admit, my wife pointed this out, it really was a labor of love and a labor of myself and a couple of my key engineers having been long-time boaters, having been former Intrepid owners, and really knowing exactly how we use the boat and exactly how we would set it up where we give it a clean slate and a clean sheet of paper. And that's what we saw this project as. Our boat is really a hybrid boat. I like to think of myself as a serious fisherman, but unfortunately I'm not. A bit of a weekend warrior. I have 3 kids and we love to get out in the boat, and the most important thing for me and the big value for the boat is the memories that I am assembling with my family. Being able to get out there and have my daughter catch her first sailfish, or have my son go snorkeling and jump into the water when he sees a shark, and all those things that are magical in a child's life and be able to share those on a platform that is just very, very pleasing as a boat operator, very, very safe as a parent, very, very functional as a family. All of those things make the overall ownership extremely satisfying.
Even though this boat was built for technology, it's very well suited for a family's pleasure use, plus diving, swimming, fishing, or just cruising down the water to dinner.
What was nice about doing the Lumitech boat with John is not only was it a boat that he was able to show his technology on, it's a boat that he's going to use. It's a boat that he does use, that, you know, he takes his family out, he's with his wife and his kids, and they go fishing and they go paddle boarding off of it. They enjoy the boat. So it wasn't just a platform for innovation. It wasn't just for a boat show. It was for, you know, John and his family to enjoy as well. And the fact that he wanted to do that project with us was a great honor.
Yeah, it's just a great time. You know, I mean, this is what it's all about, right? I mean, this is why we work hard, and this is why we save our pennies, and we strive to put ourselves in a position to enjoy stuff like this. It's the precious moments with the family. So we picked up a couple of grunts here in the inlet, and these are things that pull the kids away from the iPads and the iTouches. And these are the things that really, in my opinion, are the foundation for a solid family life and solid memories together. So just invaluable, and a great evening, great afternoon on the water.
Another Intrepid client that uses his boat for pleasure is Mr. Brian Tuttle. This custom Intrepid turns a lot of heads in popular South Florida hangouts such as Peanut Island, where Brian and his friends like to take in a little sun and paddle boating. You can't miss this boat with its custom orange and brown color scheme on those 777 Marine engines.
Yeah, Brian Tuttle is a great customer of ours who he came to us, another guy who knows exactly what he wants. He knows what he wants us to build it. He doesn't want to be like everybody else. He wants to stand out with his product. He wants his product to stand up tall and be seen, and we were able to build him that with his bright orange boat with an amazing engine package on the back. And that's what customers do. They come to us and they want something different. They want something that fits their needs. I mean, I've had customers literally send me their wife's purple dress.
I use the boat for everything. I fish with it, you know, I got it outrigged with outriggers and fishing poles. I scuba dive in it. I got my tank holders and my dive door. And then I go to dinner in it a lot. I go out to dinner at least twice a week in the boat, cruise down the Intercoastal, go to some nice restaurants. Then I come out here and I just relax and have a few drinks and just have a good time. I like to bring the boat out. There's like 4 or 5 spots that I'll go to where I bring some girls or some family, and we go out, we paddleboard, we have a few drinks, eat some snacks, and just relax. It's kind of what I like to do on Sunday. Sometimes I'll go to the Bahamas a lot too. I mean, the boat is made to go to the Bahamas. I love the boat because a couple things. One, with the big motors on it, you know, there's not a lot in West Palm. Nobody's even seen them before, so everyone's always looking at them. And you know, everyone thought I was crazy for getting the boat orange, but listen, it turned out beautiful. I love the boat. I love the color. I love everything about it. It's looked at more than any other boat I've ever seen. Everybody seems to stare at it. They get their attention. They come over. They ask me about the motors. They ask me if I own the Browns. Sometimes I tell them I do. Well, you know, I'm a successful guy, and I like pretty girls, so I generally bring a pretty girl. I got my friend Jennifer today, who's very, very beautiful. And not only does the boat draw attention, but when, you know, we have a few drinks and Jennifer dances on the front, it tends to be pretty exciting out here.
Making your dreams a reality is more than a commitment. It's a promise that 7 Marine makes to our customers. Working with you personally throughout every step of the ownership experience, design, rigging, maintaining, service, and everything that follows. 7 Marine's 5-star customer service with no limitations. For our customers, whether the goal is new build or repos or our single focus is what's important to you, expectation is met, every aspect of your dream is achieved. 7 Marine, the power to move those who move the world. Intrepid Powerboats has been delivering on its promises of leadership and innovation in performance, comfort, and safety since launching our first boat in 1983. No 2 Intrepid boats are alike. Each is ordered, built, and customized one precisely satisfied customer at a time. Then, backed by the finest owner program in the industry. When we say one of a kind, one at a time, it's more than a slogan. It's what we do. 50 years ago, Bennett Marine changed boating forever, inventing the trim tab, getting you on plane faster, improving fuel efficiency and performance, balancing loads. Today, more than 1 million systems later worldwide, boats all sizes. Bennett Innovation, durable and dependable trim tabs and hatch lifters. Your only source for both hydraulic and electric systems. Bennett Trim Tabs, superior by design, legendary service. Enjoy the ride. Intrepid Powerboats has been delivering on its promises of leadership and innovation in performance, comfort, and safety since launching our first boat in 1983. No 2 Intrepid boats are alike. Each is ordered, built, and customized one precisely satisfied customer at a time. Then, backed by the finest owner program in the industry. When we say one of a kind, one at a time, it's more than a slogan. It's what we do. Welcome back to Intrepid Powerboats on the water. Sea trials for the new 7 Marine 627s has Intrepid COO Mark Beaver on the water, along with the 7 Marines engineer.
Basically what we're going to do is we're going to go sea trial the very first set of 627s in a production environment. They were able to get us the first set. We had a customer that was willing to step up from the original 557s to the new 627s, which is a brand new setup from 7 Marine. And we're going to go out there and do a sea trial, because we sea trial every single boat. We dial every boat in here at the factory. But what's different about this boat is it's a new set of engines. It's another platform from 7 Marine where they've increased the horsepower once again. And you say to yourself, really? You go from 557 horsepower now to 627? Is there a demand for it? Absolutely. If people want that opportunity to have more power, especially with the larger boats, and the way they load the boats down. They want to bring everything that they want onto the boat and not lose performance because of either weight or bottom paint, which can slow the bottom surface of the hull down. With engines like that, you're able to surpass those limitations and not affect the performance. And we're excited to go run that boat today and see what these new engines can do.
Today's trip is primarily going to be about the engine package. Though this is the first set of the 7 Marine 627s that we ran. And Steve Lippencott's here with us, who is their chief mechanic. And we'll be going through probably more tests on this sea trial with the engines, making sure everything is functioning, pressures are right, ratios right, propellers. We have several propellers we have to test with in case we need them. But so that's pretty much this afternoon's sea trial. The next one will be more of the mechanics of going through the entire boat. Anytime we do a brand new setup like this, we like to do this part first. Get this out of the way, we'll get it back to the shop, get the boat finished up a little bit more, then we'll bring it back with it more complete and all the upholstery. That way the QC can go through the boat and do any gigs they have on, final fit and finish of all the other items. Always, I'm a big fan of horsepower, so it's it's the more the better to me. It's and this is going to be a nice package because here you are going to be able to have twin engines on this 40 open that's probably going to see in excess of 70 miles an hour. So that's our goal. That was the first run with some propellers. We're going to change to a different pitch and go out and for a second run. So it's all in a new setup. You know, every time we do a new setup, it's all, you know, just getting it dialed in to the optimum. So this will be run number 2. They draw a crowd wherever you go with them, anytime. The boats do. And then when you have the boat and the engines, it just stops everybody. I mean, sometimes it's hard to get away from the dock when you have a package like this.
Mark Beaver, my brother from another mother. Mark and I have worked together for the whole time I've been here, 24 years. Mark was more than just a throttle. Mark is somebody that he's a builder. He knows how to build boats. He's very innovative. He's very mechanically and electrically inclined. He's very well-rounded. So in the beginning, Mark was there doing retrofits on boats. We had him off to the side, and we used to give him a bunch of side projects. Well, then it got to a point where I started running production. And I was having a hard time with quality control, doing sea trials, and trying to get the boats out to the water. One day, Mark walked by, and he said, you know, if you ever need me to run boats, I'll help you. You know, I'll run boats. And I thought about it, and I said, well, he was on the race team, and he was a throttle guy. You know, I guess he probably knows a bit about running boats. And I said, well, if you're, you know, I thought about it that night, and the next day I came in. I said, look, if you're still up for that, man, I need somebody to work with me and help me on this, you know. And he said, anytime, man, you just tell me when. And he started sea trialing boats. And when he started the sea trial boats, he was able to come back and say, you know, I got to tell you, I think those engines should have been a hole higher. I think we can get 2 or 3 more miles an hour out of this back. I said, really? And he said, yeah, you know, let's play with this, you know. So now I had this guy that was in quality control, that was not just going to run the boats to make sure that they were sound and make sure everything was tight and everything was finished properly. I had a guy that wanted to talk to me about, you know, performance and what can we do to make the performance better. And I got excited. And, you know, that's where our relationship started. And over the years, I mean, there was many a night on a Sunday that, you know, nobody would be in that building except for Mark and me. And it's been that way for many, many years. I mean, he's somebody that I can always count on. He's somebody that has the same passion that I do, loves this company like I do. He is a guy that has helped me build this company to what it is today. Intrepid would not be what it is without Mark Beaver. And I'm proud to have him as part of our team and to be, literally, he's like a brother to me. He's the closest thing to family I got other than my wife and kids.
Getting these engines fine-tuned for peak performance is a regular part of any custom boat from Intrepid. Now, these tests today have the Intrepid team very happy, and these 7 Marine 627 engines are ready for the rollout. There's more to great boating performance than what you see at a glance. Just look at Intrepid Powerboats. Underneath all that performance are anchoring and docking systems, all made by Vetus Maxwell. For more than a decade, Vetus Maxwell is Intrepid's choice for bow thrusters and windlasses because they install easily and operate with quiet, reliable precision. A global company with a renowned dealer network that makes over 2,500 products. Vetus Maxwell, amazingly reliable. At Ashland, we collaborate with our customers to provide products and solutions that win in the marketplace. Ashland's AME premium resins have been used by respected boat builders around the world for over 30 years. AME resins providing long-lasting performance that is yet to be equaled. Max Guard gel coats raise the bar on performance, delivering enduring luster and finish. Ashland's suite of gel coat products pushing innovation to new levels. Proven reliable performance, Ashland. Intrepid Powerboats has been delivering on its promises of leadership and innovation in performance, comfort, and safety since launching our first boat in 1983. No two Intrepid boats are alike. Each is ordered, built, and customized one precisely satisfied customer at a time. Then, backed by the finest owner program in the industry. When we say one of a kind, one at a time, it's more than a slogan. It's what we do. Welcome back to Intrepid Powerboats on the water. Elite kingfishing teams compete for the Best of the West title in a 4-tournament aggregate series known as the Wild West Kingfish Tournament Series. Now that's held in Madeira Beach, Florida, and this tournament is becoming one of the most popular tournament series, featuring over $125,000 in cash and prizes. And that includes a Mercury Marine engine given to the team with the biggest fish caught.
Yeah, right now the winner of the Mercury motor currently is Team Pro Marine. They have a 49.89 in the bag. That's one fish, so that's almost 50 pounds. And you know, keep in mind we're doing 3 out of 4 fish for the aggregate. You have to have a drop fish. So at the end of the day, if they get 2 more 45 to 50 pound fish, that's going to be a pretty hard track to follow. So. But the competition is good here at the Wild West. We have 41 top competitive teams. These guys know how to fish, they know how to rig, they have the right gear, they invest in pre-fishing, and they are going to be back at the scales with us today.
Intrepid Powerboats is well represented at this tournament. Team Real Intrepid will be captained by Vice President of Public Relations Joe Brenna.
Yeah, the Wild West, actually, we are the main title sponsor for the Wild West, and it was neat. That was a situation where we had James, who runs the Wild West, have an idea, have a vision, and allowed us to be a part of that vision and gave us an opportunity to be the title sponsor for that event, and it's blown up. I mean, that is an event that it went from being a small venue to something that people from other states travel here for that 4 event series that we have that's called the Wild West. And you know, we're lucky to be a part of that group and a part of that team, and they continue to take that event to the next level every time I go. It's funny, you know, the Seize the Day crew caught the biggest fish at the Wild West, though it wasn't a kingfish. From a distance, kingfish and a wahoo look a lot alike. And that wahoo was huge. So it's funny when people are just getting a glance of that wahoo and their other competitors, they're a little nervous because it looks like a giant kingfish. I can only imagine the fight that he had with that fish. It was neat. It was a proud moment for him, and it was really neat to see them up on the stage holding that fish high.
Well, we have a full schedule today. We have the guys out offshore fishing right now. We had 41 boats at checkout with us today, captains and crew, and they must be back under the Johns Pass Bridge by 5:30 today for check-in. So what will happen is at 5:30 the crowd will start building, the stage will be built, everything will be going, the guys will be ready, and right at 6 p.m. this afternoon we'll have our weigh-in today for the second leg of the 2015 Wild West Kingfish Tournament Series.
Intrepid's Paul Fleming served as the Grand Marshal, gave the teams the command to begin the tournament.
We do the checkout, the shotgun start, they drop the pins, put the hammer down, and they're gone. Our teams know how important it is to pre-fish the Wild West. that is the way to assure yourself a top 5 finish here at the tournament today. And what'll happen, Saturday they'll go out and they'll pre-fish all day again for possibly a tournament if they have one next weekend. So even if they don't go to the spot today and catch the big fish, they'll stay out there all day and they'll pre-fish. So, because sometimes when you go offshore fishing with the offshore bite, our boundaries are Boca Grande to Cedar Key as far west as they care to go. So we have some boats probably this morning committed to somewhere between an 80 and 100-mile run one way to look for that one fish and bring it back here to the scales today.
It was a great day of fishing, and the weigh-in brought huge crowds and a lot of excitement as the big kingfish were placed on the scales. Next week on Intrepid Powerboats on the Water, we'll be going out to Bradenton Beach, Florida with Captain Jim Kelly for some commercial grouper fishing. This show has been brought to you by Ashland, proud manufacturer of AME premium resins and MaxGuard premium gel coats for the world's best boat builders. Vetus Maxwell, creator of boat systems. 7 Marine, the most powerful outboards on the planet. Lumatech, the world's leader for innovation, quality, and value in marine LED lighting. Bennett Marine, the world leader in trim tab innovation, quality, and service. Intrepid Powerboats, one of a kind, one at a time.